All right, look, chasing women, success, life, all the things that you want is absolutely fucking necessary for you to do. You as a human being, so not even as a man, take the sex out of it. It has nothing to do with women. It is your job to pursue. It is your job to chase. It is your job to pursue for betterment outside of yourself. That's what ambition is, man. Ambition, purpose, drive, all is reliant on this need to do more for yourself. And this, I'm not talking about greed. I'm not talking about social status. I'm not talking about like looking good so people like you. I'm talking about your expression, what you want, what you feel, what you think is important and what you need and those types of things, man. That's what we need to get in touch with. And see, when it comes down to this like idea of this nouveau outlook on the world. And first we see it in dating, and second we see it in success. And it's the worst advice that you could get. You say that you build your life so people chase you. All right, you build your life up, you gain enough value so that the right people come to you. And this makes sense. This makes sense when you're a bitch and you're the guy always chasing somebody. This makes sense so that like a follower, somebody who's used to following people, like listens to it. It makes total sense because that's what you've done your whole fucking life. But the reality of it is anybody who's in a better spot in your life, right? Let's say it's success, it's business, it's philosophy or whatever. If you build yourself up to look good, to have everything, to fit in with their niches and all this sort of stuff, never are they going to go like, oh, wow, man, I really need you in my life. Okay. And again, I don't mean to be all classist or whatever, but man, it's just I don't pay people for coaching. It's very rare that I will pay people for coaching because I don't go like, oh, wow, like I need you in my life. What I pay for are specific services that I need with people that are, in a place where they could offer that. So if that's jujitsu or if that's like, balancing my finances, I go and pursue those people. But there's this idea that's so based around insecurity in our culture that if we build ourselves up, if we finally become cool, if we finally become the image of the people that have shit on us all our lives, that we assume have all the power, that those people are going to fucking come to us. And man, that is the loser, welfare, shitbag mindset that is going to keep you fucked. Okay. And let's look at this in terms of women. Okay, we build up our value. This makes sense, right? We build up our value. We look cool. All the people in the club are looking at us. We have like fucking $1,000 in our pocket. We're just like flying it out, buying drinks for everybody. People are the cool guy says hi to us and the girls like us. No doubt that will get us attention. That will absolutely get us attention. Maybe some dumb chick that can't fucking make a decision for herself and has a bad picker that can't decide a man or can't see a man who has true value. Well, fuck you that night. Maybe she'll fuck you a couple nights, maybe she'll look cool and you can take pictures up with her and like, man, that's life. But what that will get you is an empty relationship with a girl who doesn't know how to make decisions, with a girl who follows, and with a girl who hasn't been around real success. Because if she had been around real success, she would have seen it. Okay. And it's very, very important to know. And a girl who has been around real success, man, she's not going to wait. She's not going to go, oh my God, like I'm going to approach this man. I'm going to like go and seek out after this man who has everything. No, man. She knows how powerful she is. She knows how powerful her sexuality is, her sense of being, her sense of who she is. That man, as much as he may have to offer her, who has real success, also has to play to her values as well. These things have to happen. And again, nobody's thinking about this stuff, but it's this misinterpretation of social value and how society works made by people who are fucking idiots. The pickup artists, nerds who never got any attention and go like, oh my God, the cool guy gets this. This must be right. But again, when you're in pain, you can't see the fucking problem. You only see the opposite of your pain. And then we look at success. We look at people who are, like at the top of the world. All right. Or whatever. They're at the top of your league. Let's not take it into extreme, examples of stuff because you won't be able to relate with it. But if I go, you know what? I want to get, good at marketing my business. Okay. I want to get good at marketing my business. And so instead of actually looking at people who market their business as well, okay, so they have a real business. It's not some like Cracker Jack online thing that looks really good on the Facebook ads, but it's like a real business that they've marketed well, and not just for 2 years and they got lucky. Because that's bullshit, man. Somebody who's done it for 20 years. Okay, somebody who's done it for 50 years. Somebody who's done it for 10, 5, whatever. Man, but somebody who's really, really done it. The assumption to gain excellence in our culture is the most retarded thing, or in the internet marketing communities of success, or how you do it and how these like jerk offs who sit around and watch like motivational videos by, Ty Lopez or whatever, Gary Vaynerchuk, who they say really good stuff, man. I'm just going to say it right there. They say good stuff because, perhaps, well, at least with Gary Vee, the guy's like a legit businessman, but the guys who watch it and go like, oh man, this is the mentality. I need to borrow that. No, man, you need to get to work and fucking do something. But they sit there and they go, you know what, if I just build myself up, if I sit in the right circles, if I get my 5 friends to have more money than me, I'm going to be successful. That is not what makes you successful. Okay. People who have something that are already on their path, they don't even see it that they have more than you. They've just been there. They've crossed that line. Okay. They've already achieved that success. They're not going like, oh man, yeah, I can hang around with this guy. Think about this in terms of health and fitness. If a guy is already at his health and fitness like level of where he needs to be, or performance in a sport, he's not going like, oh, well, let's look at the people at the bottom who are coming up, who have no concept of what it means to be healthy yet, but they're trying to figure it out and guess at it. They don't. And so the thing is everybody is trying to up their value, so much to the point, and here's where the insecurity comes into play. Here's where the disease of our culture comes into play. They say, I'm going to get noticed. People are going to like me, and I can sit on my throne and I can do my thing. And anytime I hear a coach or somebody who's saying that they're on the top doing that, of going like, oh no, man, now it's effortless. That means they're fucking lazy. That's not how it works. You're always working. Just to be alive, you have to be working. Just to be healthy, it's something that you have to do daily. So that's fucking important, man. All right. Let's take this back to what the question was about. Chase dynamics. It's this term in the PUA industry where we have women chase us because our lives are so good. We have women follow us because we're just like at the top level of whatever. Okay. To get to the top level, you have to work really hard, and you probably have to make it your life at whatever it is. If you're an athlete, if you're, fucking a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever it is that people chase or that sort of shit. Like, you have to be at a top level, right? And the interesting thing is anybody who's at that top level, they don't do it so that they have chicks chase them or they have adoration from other people or social acceptability. There might be a little bit of that. Of course, they enjoy it. Man, they're not going to not stick their dick in those chicks. They're not going to not take the freebies at the party. They're not going to not get the comped first class or whatever it is. But that's not the reason why they do it. They do it because it's probably a huge meaning to them and a huge lifestyle that they've developed for themselves. But it's this interesting thing that like the hacker, millennial fucking whatever pussy ass mentality is like, well, we can have it easy if we just do this thing. And it's not what happens, right? So we're going to up our lives and we're going to get women to chase us. Man, there's so much misinterpretation of this. And this also made me think of something weird of my friends telling me about their polyamory coach or whatever. Jesus Christ, man. There's so much fucking narcissistic, like trash bullshit advice given out there. But fuck, man. Here's the thing when it comes to women. Here's the deal when it comes to women. All right. You fucking chase them. You chase them, but you don't lower yourself to them. Why? Because it's pussy. Why? Because sex is good. Why? Because as a man, you want to fuck women. As a man, you want to feel good. You want to stamp your fucking name on them. Every guy I know that's truly good with women and truly good. All right. That means he fucks a lot of chicks. He loves sex. He doesn't just fuck them for attention or like some online adoration so he can like build a YouTube following on RSD or something. But a guy and that he can have a relationship. That's an important thing. I know a lot of guys who bone a lot of chicks that just can't seem to like, make a connection work or get one to stick around for more than like, 2 months or 6 months or something like that. Right. So every guy that is good with women loves to pursue women, loves it, loves to show up in a bar or a mixer or an online event or a fucking CrossFit class or log into his Match account or Tinder or whatever and goes, man, I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to put this out there. Oh man, Jesus Christ, look, I'm going to look at this, look at that, I'm going to like it. I'm going to swipe right or whatever the fuck it is. I'm going to message her. I'm going to go up to her. I'm going to say, hey, what's up? And they want that challenge. They really, really want that. And this was an interesting thing because we were talking about the Jesus Tiger and failure and that he doesn't admit his faults. And Gary was saying like, well, because he doesn't see them the same way. He doesn't see failure as something, as some kick in the balls to his soul. He sees failure as like, it's part of the process. Okay, no big deal. Okay, I failed. She said, nope, move on. There's another one. There's plenty of beautiful women out there. I actually talked to a guy today, man, about a business thing. And this guy is very good with women. He's like, man, there's so many beautiful women out there. It always sucks when they reject you, but goddamn, there's so many. Fucking A, man. It's just such an awesome thing. And so the chase is there. Oh my God, look at that fucking ass. I want that. What do I got to do? What do I got to do to experience that ass? This is a beautiful thing. Guys don't talk about this, right? Everybody thinks it's like this chauvinistic, horrible thing or whatever. But man, that's one of the primal deals. Of course, like, let me just tell you, I know from firsthand experience, if I have the best ass in the world and the chick like falls short of everywhere else, it's going to be a short-lived romance, man, if anything. That shit'll turn you off. But God, that's one of the best parts about being a man is you chase it. Another thing too, which always happens when I talk to guys about pickup, they get a girl's number and she doesn't play to them enough. And they're like, well, should I message her? That would be like lowering my value. This would be like like it's not, I'm chasing her. It's like, yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You make it work. Now let me just get down to the point of this as well, because we were talking about one of our clients who, was basically saying like he got caught up chasing this girl. And it wasn't so bad, but he felt weak for part of it, but it was good because he stayed there. Here's what happens, man. So when you chase a girl, yeah, man, you might at times feel like you lower yourself, but you have self-respect as a man. Okay. But you're going like, hey, woman, notice me. Oh, another guy talks to her and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to sit this one out. Look, I'm better than him. Like you want to challenge us or whatever? Like I want to talk to you more. There's nothing wrong with that. That is one of the most masculine things you can do. But when you start saying like the other guy comes talk to her and you say like, oh, well, but hold on, choose me. Hold on. Let me have permission. Or wait a minute, let me do this thing that's not me, that's an artifact of what I think society is cool or represents as great. And so that you'll notice me. No, that's being a bitch. Okay. But when you say, hey, no, I want to see you. No, I like you more. What's this guy going to do for you? I don't even want to talk to me. Like, I'm the person who you should be talking to. I'm the, like, you fucking want to turn down bad sex and have a bad picker? Like, Jesus Christ, be my guest. Like, Jesus, look, do whatever you want, but you're just representing the bad decisions that you make in your life over and over again. Man, like, I will put myself out there. And if a girl is kind of on the fence about me and I like her, no, man, I will make it known. I will absolutely make it known. Look, I like you. I want to date you. Why are you making this hard? Is that chasing? No, man, that's assertion. Or maybe it is chasing, or maybe it is showing neediness, but fuck that. I don't give a shit. I am proud to say that I want you. And you're talking to a guy, or you're turning me down for something else? Like, what do you normally choose? What's wrong with you? I lost all respect for you. Jesus, man, now I don't even want to talk to you. I will get what I want. Okay. And that was one of the things that was so clear in my mind that's different and absent from so many men when it came to sex. I am going to go for what I want. So many people are afraid of that. Okay. And I'm willing to embarrass myself. I'm willing to fail. I'm willing to fuck up, and I'm willing to like make mistakes, get rejected, all that sort of stuff, because I really value it, man. It was a very important thing of the whole like Dallas crew is that like I valued sex. Shaft valued sex. CJ Sin, they valued more like getting this lay thing down. And they wouldn't even like sex, man. It wasn't even a big deal to them. And that's why it petered off, man. I went for it. This was so key for me. And so it's so important for you as a man to go for that. Now, when you start asking for permission, okay, and there's times where I'm nice. I've fallen into the traps. Like, this girl was awesome. She didn't like me as much as I liked her. I bought her fucking cupcakes. I did all this stuff. I delivered shit to her house. I did those things, but whatever. Do I really think that makes me a bad person? Fuck no, man. I was trying to show myself to her. Now, did I get used like a bitch for it? Man, I came out on the short end of the deal on that. Like, I didn't get what I wanted, but I stopped it once it stopped. And it sucks. And guys fall into that. But man, you should never be like disheartened for that. Think about who says that. Think about who says those things. Like, man, I went out of my way to chase my dick and my balls and my drive and my sex and my idea that love could be possible, that I could have a relationship with somebody. Man, I went out of my way for that and it fucked me. Now I'm going to get revenge on women. Now I'm going to get revenge on being nice. I need to be an asshole. That is somebody who has had a lot of desperation in their life. You know, a lot of not having things, and it plays to us. And why is there a market for that, man? That's really sad. It's really sad that that's out there, you know? And so, man, I'll just say this, like, what gets in the way of you achieving success of what you want in all things, women, money, passion, purpose, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? All those things that drive men. And really, I mean, if you get men talking, it's like sex and relationships, fitness and health, and career and purpose. All the things that will give you excellence in that and that keep you from that, man, the things that are going to hold you back is going to be your power plays, your emotional confusion, your need to prove yourself to yourself or whatever it is, or to the world, all that sort of stuff, because none of that matters. Your laziness, your ability to get distracted. But man, let me just tell you this. If you achieve success, what actually takes it away is very different. Very, very different. Okay, what's going to take that away from you, what's going to rob you from that, what's going to make a millionaire broke, a guy that's successful with any area of his life, become a failure at it, isn't just going to be the distraction. Okay? It's not going to be the plague of emotional whatever fucking proving yourself. Man, it's going to become greed with money, anger, and man, fucking relationships. You know, how do people fuck up their lives, man? Finances, romances, and rage. And that's what makes you stop it, man. That's what makes you lose it. That's what makes you fuck it all up. Like, that's what makes the guy who has everything in his life when he's going through a divorce fucking get beat to shit and fucking fail. You know, when somebody is let's say really great in their social life or social circle or whatever, and they start doing things like they need to have more, or they start cutting corners and get too greedy and too caught up in it, man, I've like this is one of those examples, and it's going kind of off track here, but like where I see people totally collapse their lives, man, anger turning into violence to where they can't control themselves, to where they need revenge and they do something stupid, and that could result into so many different things to the point where they just destroy themselves with, I don't know, some sort of major defect. Or I see them, man, fuck up their lives with sex because they get rejected, or they get into some sort of romance which just totally takes away their life and exploits a new insecurity that, you know, that they never thought they had, and they just get fucked over by a woman, or they get greedy and they steal some shit and do something illegal and get caught up in all those different things, man. It's an interesting thing. If you want to be successful, you need to learn how to have control. And what you got to start looking at too is there's so much shit caught up about sex. It was one of the best conversations that I had today. Because it's all about control. It's about controlling what you have. This guy, he said, everybody is a sex addict. Everybody's a sex addict. We're all driven so far, so hardcore sexually through the media, through what we want. We look at things, men and women. Everybody's a sex addict. Everybody is born with the capability to drive yourself into the ground through sex and lose everything that you have. But you got to learn how to control it. And as soon as you can decide when you're going to control it, and as soon as you have enough experience to even get the points of reference to know how to control it, man, that's how you're going to have some success in your life. Anyway, all that comes out of chasing pussy and the need to fucking chase pussy. You have to go for what you want. You have to be able to put yourself on the line in front of people. And man, that is something that absolutely I just somehow was easy for me to do. Well, it wasn't necessarily easy, but it was a lot easier than doing that in any other area of my life, to put myself on the line that way. Man, with sex, no problem. No problem. Very easily would rather do that than to go fight in a ring with a guy. Very easily able to negotiate, or I guess you could say negotiate, but to put myself in front of somebody sexually than to negotiate a business deal. Hands down. I don't know why that was, but man, I get it. I see the light. No problem in doing that. So that's my advice for that. Hopefully that cleared a few things up.